Hello and welcome to this lecture on Fundamental of Electric Drives. This is Janita, Assistant Professor of EEE Department in PSN College of Engineering and Technology. Today we will be discussing on steady state stability of drives, electric drives. So for this I am going to draw the diagram. So steady state stability of electric drive. So for this I am going to consider a diagram. So that is motor is coupled to the load. So what is the thing? Here we are connecting a motor to the load, and as the motor rotates, the load connected with this also undergoes translation motion, isn't it? So now what is the torque acting in this motor? So the torque is given by T and it represents the motor torque, and it has an angular velocity. So that is omega m. So what is the thing now? There is a load torque, but this load torque will be in opposite to that of motor torque. So I am giving this arrow mark is represented like this. So the total moment of inertia for the system is J. So you are representing J. J is a moment of inertia. So next, what are we can list all those components also. What is T? T is the torque developed by motor. Torque developed by motor. So what is TL? TL is the load torque. So the unit is Newton meter and is kilogram per meter square. So omega m is a angular velocity of motor shaft. Okay, for our derivation we are going to consider the fundamental equations now. So what is the fundamental equation, torque equation? So that is fundamental, we are going to derive fundamental torque equation. So fundamental torque equation is T minus TL equal to d by dt of J into omega m. So this is the basic representation, and by this, from this expression we are going to derive the steady state equilibrium. Okay. So this is the basic equation I am taking, and this is in the form of d by dt of J into omega m. So that is how will this u and v. Then we can expand the equation now. So you expand this equation. So it is J into d omega m by dt plus omega m into dj by dt. Okay. you take this equation as equation 1. So this equation 1 is applicable to variable inertia drives such as mines and industrial robots, etc. Now, if we consider the inertia is constant, then our equation becomes if dj by dt equal to 0. So, if you are for taking a constant type, then our equation is dj by dt equal to 0. So, what happens to this equation now? So, if dj by dt is 0, then our equation changes to t is equal to TL plus j into d by dt omega m. So, you take this equation as 2. So, this equation is, it represents the torque developed by motor. So, this is the torque developed by motor. So, the torque developed by motor is counterbalanced by the load torque and the dynamic torque. So, this is dynamic torque. Okay. Now, we are going to derive the steady state equilibrium. For steady state condition, d omega m by dt is equal to 0. So, this is for steady state. So, that is t is equal to TL. So, for equilibrium condition, motor torque should be equal to the load torque. So, we call this as steady state equilibrium. So, now we are going to illustrate with some example. So, what is equilibrium? Simply you can tell some example. So, if I taking the object and if this is a considering some point, okay, this is an object, and if I giving some disturbance to this object, so what happens? It will move some place, isn't it? Or you can take some example as simple pendulum or anything. You are considering this object now. So, if you place this object in here, now I made some disturbance. What happened? It automatically changes. So, now what is equilibrium? So, if this able to return back to this original position, then we call it as equilibrium or steady state stability. Okay. So, if when I made this disturbance, it should have the capability to return to its original position. So, if it comes to the original position, then we call it as steady state or equilibrium point. Okay. So, if it is unable to return to this path, then what happens? We tell it as unstable state. So, if it comes back to the original position, we call it as stable. The system is stable. So, if it couldn't reaches the original position, then we call it as unstable. So, now you can see some example. So, I am going to take two axes, that is I am taking in torque in x axis and speed I am going to take in y axis. So, you represent as omega m. Okay. So, we are going to consider two characteristics. So, I am going to consider motor characteristics and load characteristics. So, the motor characteristics will be like this. You take it as motor T. Similarly, for load characteristics, the diagram will be, the graph will be like this representation, isn't it? So, T, L. So, it is load characteristics. So, the intersection of both these characteristics, we call this as operating condition. operating point. Okay, this operating point, we are considering this operating point for our demonstration. So we have to check whether the case is stable or unstable. So I am making this operating point and we considering this operating point for our consideration. So now I will give some of the example and we have to check whether this point is equilibrium position, that is this point is stable or unstable. So we are going to demonstrate. So we have some example now. So now I am here considering two cases. So this is an example. So you are taking for characteristics of motor and torque. So in first case, so if we see the motor characteristics and load characteristics, it will intersect at a point. So that point is called as operating point. Here let it be A. Now we have to check whether this is steady state or not, that is stable or unstable. So how can we check? So you have to make some disturbance. So if you make some disturbance, it should able to return back to the original point. So if we make the changes, so now we can make change in speed. So first case, I am going to increase the speed. So what happens? So already this is A is the operating point. This is the operating point. Now I am going to increase the speed. So what happens? So if we see, I am going to make some changes and this changes be delta omega m. So this changes will be, this shown is represented as delta omega m. So I am now the position will be like this. So I have increased the speed by some delta omega m. So making some change and I increase the speed, and what happens? The torque and the motor torque and the load torque position also changes. So let this point be omega m 1 plus del omega m. So if you see, I am making some changes. So omega m 1 plus this changes. So delta omega m. So what happens if you see? So if you see motor torque and load torque, you have to relate it. So what happens? The motor torque is less compared to the load torque. So if you see these characteristics from the graph, motor torque is less than the load torque. Similarly, if you see, otherwise you can tell load torque is greater than motor torque. So what happens if the motor torque is less than the load torque? So that is load torque is more compared to the motor torque. So what happens if we making more load, then what happens? So automatically the motor will start decreasing, the speed will be decreasing. So what happens? It will move towards this point, isn't it, the point A. So this will comes to the point A. So similarly, if you make changes in next case, if you decrease the speed, so first case I told for increasing the speed. So next case for decreasing the speed, what happens? So this is decreasing by same amount, delta omega m. Same changes, we are decreasing the speed now. So this is the point now, omega m1 minus delta omega m. Okay. So now this new point will be like this. So this is the point. So what happens here? So this is the motor torque, and now motor torque will be more than the load torque. So if motor torque is more than the load torque, then what happens? The speed will decreases. So what happened? So the speed will increases. So the speed of the motor increases and it reaches the point A. So in both the case, if you see, for while increasing the speed and decreasing the speed, we make some disturbance. So whenever we make the disturbance, here it reaches the point A. So what is the condition? So it reaches the equilibrium point. So this case is stable. So we call this as stable position, stable state. So next, if you come to the next case, so if you see next example, similarly we are taking like previous case, that is we are taking speed and torque characteristics. So both the motor torque and load torque intersects at a point, and this point we call it as B. We take this point as operating point B. So now we are going to check this condition whether it is stable or unstable. So what is the thing? How will you check? So we are going to make changes. So that is we are going to increase the speed and decrease the speed. So if we increase the speed, what happens? So I am going to increase the speed. So I take this point like this. So I am going to, this is the normal general thing, general operating point. And if I increase the speed, what happens? This is the new point. So this is motor torque T, and this is TL represents the load torque. So what is the thing? If you see, motor torque is greater than the load torque. So what happens? So when the motor torque is more than the load torque, so what happens? Again the speed of the motor increases. So if already the point is here, if we increase again, what happened? It can't able to attain this point. It can't able to come to this point B. It still move away from the point. Okay, next we can see. So we take the like this del omega m. So the del omega m is a small changes I made in this diagram. So if I take another case, for another case I am going to decrease the speed. So what happens when decrease the speed? So it may like this. I am taking this consideration and I am decreasing the point as same changes. So del omega m, same changes. So it comes to the new position. This we call it as omega m2 plus this changes. I have made this changes. So this is minus. So we are decreasing. So minus del omega m. So for the second case, so I am considering this is omega m2. For first case, I mention as omega m1. So if you see this condition, so if you see what is the thing, T will be less than the TL. If you plot the graph and check what happens when decreasing the speed, T is less than TL, isn't it? So if you see T is less than TL, that is T will be more or less compared to the load torque. So what is the thing then? So load torque is increasing. So if load torque is more, then speed will be decreased, isn't it? So if we decrease the speed, again what happened? It couldn't come to attain this point B. It couldn't come to return to the point B. It still move away from the point. So that is still decreasing. First case still increasing and second case still decreasing. So it couldn't come to the point B. So what is the thing? If couldn't return to the point, original point, then what is the thing? This case is unstable. So this is an unstable state. So now we can see in expressions. So you are going to check the expressions of steady state equilibrium. So you are going to derive now, and you are going to check the condition for steady state equilibrium. Okay, so now you are going to derive. So for our consideration, we are going to take the fundamental equation. So if you see, in first we have choose this equation, isn't it? So already we choose this equation. So now we are going to take this as a reference equation and you are going to derive. So this is our fundamental equation. So what is the fundamental equation? So motor torque is equal to the load torque plus dynamic torque. So that is J into d omega m by dt. So this, by this reference we are going to derive the condition for equilibrium. So how will you, now next we are going to make changes. So you have to check whether this is equilibrium or not. So for that we have to make changes in this equation. So we are going to make some small changes in this equation. So we are going to take torque plus some delta T. So what is the thing? We are going to make some changes. So that changes is delta T. Similarly, TL plus you are going to make some changes. So that is delta TL plus, so you have to take this J common outside, and d by dt of omega m plus delta omega m. Okay, so this is the second equation. So what this, we are making some changes in this first equation. So you are taking some changes as delta. You have mentioned this as delta. So let it be second equation. Now we are going, you have to subtract this second equation from first equation. So we are equation taking 2 minus 1. So what happens? So if you subtract this second equation from first equation, so this and this get cancelled and we are getting as delta T equal to, so here TL and this TL, if you subtract, remaining delta TL plus next omega m and omega m term get cancelled. So J d by dt into del omega m. So this is the third equation. So this equation is called as small signal equation. Now delta T and delta TL. So actually delta T, this is a motor torque. Some changes in motor torque, and TL is some changes in load torque. So this can be represented as, we are taking the slope. So delta t means it is a slope. We are considering, we know already torque and speed characteristics. So if we take omega m and torque, so here we are taking the delta t means it is a slope of this. So we are taking this slope. We are taking slope for this both axes. So what is the thing? Delta t by delta omega m into del omega m. Likewise, for delta t L, we are going to take the slope, then dTL d omega m into del omega m. So we are going to substitute this equation in previous equation. So we are going to substitute delta t and delta TL. Okay. So what happens to the equation 3 then? So now this equation 3, we are substituting this in equation 3 and we got this equation now. So now you can take this inertia in one side. Now we simplify this equation. So now you simplify, and if you simplify, you can get this equation now. So I took the inertia on side and torque in other side, and I got this simplification. So now we can write these equations together in one side now. So J d by dt del omega m. So what happens now? dt by d omega m plus dtl by d omega m del omega m equal to 0. So now this is the first order equation. So that is d by dt. If you are taking like this, then this is the first order equation. So for first order equation, so what is the condition for it is represented as del omega m equal to the initial condition represented by exponential of minus 1 by j dtl by d omega m minus dt by d omega m of t. So here this is the initial disturbance given. So in this equation, if we consider t as infinity, what happens? Delta omega m also 0. It goes to 0. Okay. So then if this applicable, then what is the case we can derive? So it is dtl by d omega m minus dt by d omega m is greater than 0. So how will, now if you simplify this, so dtl by d omega m is greater than dt by d omega m. So this is the case we are derived. So what is the thing? So if the load torque dTL by d omega m is greater than dt by d omega m, then this condition we call it as steady state condition. So this is the steady state condition. We also see from this demonstration also. So that also we saw from this operating point also. So we have derived this. So this equation is derived here also. So this is the steady state condition of electric drive. Similarly, there are, if you see some examples, some more examples to check the. So if we see some of the examples, so still here are some of the examples. So if you see from this graph, what happens? Now we are taking in second quadrant. So what happens? Here this is, we are taking this operating point C. Now this is D. So similarly we are going to make changes, and if you check, so you are increasing and you are decreasing also. So what is the case for increasing? So if we increase the speed, so this is the speed axis. So if we increase the speed, what happens? For motor torque and load torque, what happens? So the TL value is greater compared to the T. Similarly, in this case, for decreasing the speed, what happens? TL is less than T. So what happens from this equation? So it could be able to, now when TL is greater than T, what happens to the speed? So it decreases. So it decreases and it can be able to come to the point C. So similarly, for decreasing case, so when we decreases the speed, so what happened? So the torque, that is TL is less than T. So that is motor torque is greater than the load torque. So in this case, the motor speed is increases and it can able to come to the point C. So this case is called as stable point. Similarly, if we take this example D point, now if we check this case, we are increasing this point and decreasing the speed. So what happens to this case now? Here if you see, so this is the motor torque T and this is load torque TL. So if we increases the speed, then what happened to this torque now? So here the torque T is greater than T. So what happens now? So if the motor torque is more than the load torque, what happens? So it start increasing. The speed also get increasing and this does not attain the point T. So it's still increasing and moves to the new point. So this is unstable. So if we check in this next case, if we decreasing the speed, and what happens now? So if we decrease the speed, what happened? So if we check, T is less than the load torque. Then what is the thing? That is load torque is more than the motor torque. So that what happens? Speed gets decreased. So still it decreases and so it still decreases and it still moves away from the equilibrium point. Okay, so it does not attain the equilibrium point. So this case is unstable. Okay, so in this lecture we have understood the steady state stability of electric drives. So that is unstable and stable. Okay, so and we demonstrated in as with the example, and also we derived the expressions. Hope this you can understand this lecture. Thank you.